Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Elijah Craig. This is their Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, barrel proof C923, coming in at a 66.5% ABV, 13 years, 7 months old. So under most circumstances, Elijah Craig releases 3 barrel proof options every year. They're A, B, and C. And the numbers themselves, the first number relates to the month, and the last 2 digits relate to the year it's released. And at the end of 2022, Elijah Craig came out and said, hey, we know our barrel proofs have always been marked at 12 years old. We're going to remove that. And the community kind of got a little worried on that, because that tells me that you're kind of maybe either running out of older stock or something along those lines. And then our first couple releases that we've seen out of that were 11 years and a few months, and then it was kind of bouncing around there. And while they were still good bottles from the consensus of things, people were kind of disappointed because it was always one of those sets we could rely on. And then C923 came out. It was a big middle finger to everybody, going, all right, fine, here you go. Here's 13 years, 7 months old, 66.5% ABV. Suck it. That's what it felt like, which is fine. I'm fine with that answer, but I'm really excited to get into this one. I've had other barrel proof options from Elijah Craig, and I've had their B522, I think it was, B522, and it was phenomenal. So I'm really excited to try the C923 just because of that age statement, the proof points. So let's go ahead and jump into things. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit. If you're interested in some other Elijah Craig reviews, they'll be linked up above and down below, so you can check those out. But yeah, I've had the like a barrel pick from a store that it was really great. The B523 was phenomenal for me as well. I'm a big fan of their toasted, and I know that one can be kind of polarizing for people, but I really like the toasted barrel. I can usually find it. I've been lucky enough in my area to start finding it pretty often. But man, look at that color. That is dark cola. And for that age statement, almost 14 years old. It's crazy. But let's go for notes. Oh my God, that is rich. That is dark, rich, chocolate-covered raspberry with a deep oak profile. Wow, that is one of the oakiest bourbons I've ever nosed. But in such a beautiful way. But deep, rich chocolate. Freshly picked raspberries going on. Even for that proof, you're not getting an ABV on the nose, really. It is so light on that. It just keeps opening up, getting more and more fruity. Almost like a fruit basket. Oh, that is gorgeous. Like, I'm getting a bit of a citrus note going on in there. And the mash bill, is a high corn base. You do get a bit of that corn sweetness, but it's so well aged in there. It's like if I put fruit out on a freshly planed piece of like oak, like a fruit charcuterie board. Like, you're getting the oaky, deep, heavy profiles, but you're also getting the fruity notes. The caramel in here now. It is rich. Rich homemade caramel going on. Oh, but that oak, phenomenal on the nose. Light chariness going on as well. That is, I keep saying it, it's phenomenal on the nose. Fingers crossed on the taste. Oh my God, that is evolving nuttiness. Like freshly cracked walnuts. Caramels. It's warm. Don't think it's not. The warming effect on the palate is beautiful. But tons of freshly cracked walnuts. Charry, oaky. The little fruity showed up there at the very beginning, but then it just evolves into this big old nuttiness going on. That is a ride. Holy crap. Right up front, you're getting that deep, rich, chocolate-covered raspberry note. or like a chocolate piece of cake that you get at a nice restaurant. It's got a bit of raspberry glaze over it. So sweet. Corn sweetness going on. The bit of rice spice in there is nice as well. That is a flawless bottle with how rich, velvety, silky smooth it is on the palate. I'm floored. Oh yeah, this is great. The sweet cherry layers going on in there from the barrel, the caramel, the vanilla, and for me, tons of walnut. Again, like you just went out and freshly just picked up a handful of walnuts, you cracked them and you popped them in your mouth. Even though the ABV warmth is there, it's not overpowering, it's not off-putting. It is a melody dance on your palate. Gorgeously done. Bravo on that one. Add a little drop of water, see what changes up here. I'm very interested in it, especially for its proof layer. What changes up if we drop it down a couple proof points. Now, the unfortunate thing is, while I can compare it to the B523 or the B522, it's also lacking a bit in its age statement and a little bit in proof, where I also have a barrel proof that's actually the 66.5 as well, but it doesn't have the age statement. So, or it's like a 9-year-old, I should say. So we might do maybe a 3-way comparison just to kind of see for funsies. We'll see. I don't know. Depends on what I feel like. All right, let's go for notes on the water version. Ooh. It's rich and leathery over here now. Bit of spice going on from that rye too. That's beautiful. Here it goes pretty punchy. And I was afraid that was going to happen from that bit of water breaking up those oils. Once you get by that, it's similar in some aspects. You still get a bit of nuttiness going on in here. You still get that little bit of fruitiness too. I'm getting more of a like wet shellac, like a wood varnish on the nose right now. And again, it definitely smells warmer. You get a bit more ABV on the nose for it. But overall, definitely it's a step down from the neat version. All right, let's go for taste on the water version. Woo, that'll take your breath away. Goes super nutty now. It comes across almost Jim Beam nuttiness. Like I just took a big old hand of freshly cracked peanuts and I'm munching on them nonstop. So I'm getting almost a little saltiness in here, but the nutty layers is what's dominating the palate. It's not that it's bad, but nothing compared to the neat version. That's night and day different. Oh God, it is. And no fault of it. Sometimes that happens when you have barrel proof options. You add that drop of water, you're breaking up those oils, and it just doesn't hold it together as well. I mean, honestly, it's not bad, but nowhere near the neat version. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. I'd recommend this one neat, personally. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. I was fortunate enough to find this at its market price, $69.99. The store I visit for these always has it at that price, and I'm very fortunate with that. Most places are keeping it there. They might be bumping it up a little bit in price. I've seen a few places go to $79, $80, but most of them keep it right there. However, get this one while you can. It's worth the $70 price point. It's worth, in my opinion, probably I'd go $80 safely. In a pinch, would I pay a little bit more? Probably. The things you have to take in consideration here, it's barrel proof, 13 years, 9 months old, almost 14 years old. There's not a lot of barrel proof options at that price point. It is a steal at $70. So if you can find it, get it. Get it while you can, because this one is only going to go up more in pricing, in my opinion. Comparatively, it is a gorgeous sip. If you like Elijah Craig's profile and you like it turned up more, get the C923. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Elijah Craig, barrel proof, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, C923. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might not.